Welcome to today's video. Today I bring you a product review. I was contacted a few months back by a representative for Auxito Automotive Lighting. They make headlights, they make taillights, they make interior lights, exterior lights, you name it, really they make it. So I decided, sure, I'll give this a try. It'll be something fun to try and I'll hopefully be able to speak and say good things, and I can say for sure that I have good things to say. In this video here, I'm going to kind of provide a little bit of information on them. I'm going to do a quick unboxing. I'm going to kind of show them around, show you how you get them in the vehicle. They're very easy to install. And then I will also be giving a road test both in my vehicle and another vehicle. Before we get started and before I show the content that I was recording the other day, I do want to say that any and all opinions expressed in this video are mine. They're 100% genuinely mine. I'm not being paid to say any of this. I promise that you are hearing everything coming straight from my heart. So without further ado, here is today's video and review. Here are the actual lights themselves. See, the front says Auxito LED light. Bottom has the model number marked out right there, so you can see that these are H8, H9, H11 models. Side says LED light. Top says Auxito. Side says LED light. And the back just kind of gives you some different features. High brightness, easy to install, quick start, fast heat dissipation, and off-road design. So, you can see all the spec information down here. 50,000 hour operating life. Made out of aluminum, so they can dissipate heat pretty well, and IP67 rated as well. So they're rated to operate at 12 to 24 volts, which means that they will work just fine in your automobile. Flick open my knife here. Kind of go along the seam here. Tuck that plastic down so it doesn't roll away. And let's see what we've got. Alright, I'm impatient. There you go. So, pair of gloves right on top. I guess just for installation. Little zip ties. Little Allen key for adjusting. Product manual. I'll read through this and I'll give you the important parts here in a second. But looks like here are the actual bulbs themselves. Set those down, look through the instruction manual, and tell you what I think. Looking here at the little owner's manual, I'm looking through what it says to do. Just to remove the bulb, get everything taken out. It says to take the driver, which is your little box right here, and set it somewhere where it's not going to get too hot, so ideally something metal so it can dissipate heat well. To hold that on with the zip ties, which are what those are for. And then just kind of same deal. In my case, it's just going to be taking it out, twisting it in, installing it, and you can see this is an instruction manual for quite a few different things. It says right here they offer 24-month warranty on all products, so if you have any issues, to email this little email right here. And to get the warranty, take a photo to show the code of the lamp and send the pictures to them, and they'll arrange a replacement for you. So, yeah, it's got a little troubleshooting guide right here. Has a little installation guide as well. Warranty honoring. Seems like pretty much anything that you want from any kind of product like this. Right off the bat, these do feel like solid units right here. It feels like a solid metal core right here. You can see the fan on the back here to dissipate heat. You can see the actual design of it right here. In my hand right here is the driver that I was telling you about, so I'll make sure that I secure that somewhere where it's going to dissipate heat well. I'll take out my current headlights and I'll replace them with these, and probably drive around for about a week or so, give a review after that, and then I might try them out on another vehicle just to let you know what I think. To get installing, I'm going to pop the hood here, lift her up, and to get to removing my low beam bulbs here, because that is what is included in this package. So my low beams are the ones centered right here. If you're following along for something like that, there you go. Your low beams are here, your high beams are the big ones down here. There you go, old one is out. Before installing that, I just want to make sure that my actual base is on here to secure it. So you can see that I'm sticking my Allen key in here, giving it a good little turn, making sure this is snug on here. Otherwise, when you go to install this piece is just going to spin freely while this whole external piece just rotates while you screw it in. So I'll get up front and I'll put it in now. Before I screw it in, I just want to note real quick. You see this tab right here is bigger than this one and this one. So you just want to make sure that when you screw it in, this big one is lined up with the big one on your headlight socket. So for me, that's up here. You can tell when it's in there nice and snug, it won't go anywhere. Just you take your old socket like you have here, plug this in here, make sure it's facing in the right way. It's nice and tight there. So I'll take my driver, I'll probably secure it right up here onto this metal framing piece so that it can dissipate heat where it needs to be. But before I do that, I'm just going to test it and make sure it works. See, my old one is here and on. Check this one as well. And this one, even with the daylight out, it seems plenty bright, which is exactly what I like to see. Brighter than my old ones, in fact. So I'll turn it off and I'll install the other. And the new bulb is in the driver's side. I had to cut that out because my phone started to get a bit hot. But you see it's down in there. I'm going to flip the headlight switch once again. Come over here, verify that it's on. And you can tell that it is on because I'm being blinded by an LED headlight right now. So I can see the fans running in here. And I doubt you can even hear that because they are super quiet. My old headlights make quite a bit of noise when they'd be running. When the engine was off, you'd hear a humming noise coming from under the hood. These fans are nice and quiet underneath here. So these units feel pretty solid. The headlight fans run super quietly. They seem super bright even out here in the broad daylight. The real test is going to be to see how they perform at night. So I'll try to get in some night driving. I'll try to get in some highway driving, some back road driving, some regular city driving, and just see how things look here. Welcome to my first night test here with the headlights. Daylight savings time happened just a couple days ago, so that pretty much helped me to be able to get this out on the road in a darker time, in an earlier time during the day. You can see I just have my low beams on right now, and I'm going to be honest. I expected these lights to be bright, don't get me wrong. I didn't expect them to be miniature little light cannons. These things are bright. I don't know how well you can see it in the video, but there is plenty of light being shed down from these headlights right in front of me, these brand new Auxito LED headlights. I'm pretty impressed with them, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna get some different night driving shots. Right now I'm on a semi-crowded road where the speed limit is about 55 miles an hour. It's a back road, so there's no street lights, so I'm able to go a decent speed, and I'll kind of get some different clips showing you where I'm going and different speeds and different driving settings, but I'll show you now. This is driving on a mildly crowded road at a decent hour during night. Gonna throw this on the dash cam too, get the dash cam clip here. Okay, Garmin, save video. So you'll be able to watch that same video and see how it looks on the dash cam as well. And yeah, I'll get this same road later when there's less cars and some different, I don't know, try some city driving shots, try some more back road driving shots. But all in all, so far, I'm very impressed. I'll try to get some as well where I'm using the high beams, but I don't have my fog lights on right now. So it's just the low beams that you're looking at. With the high beams, it is plenty bright. I'm very impressed, but yeah, there's my opinion so far. I'm driving the same road as before. You can see there are a few oncoming cars right now, but not too many. There's less traffic on the road now than before, so once again, just kind of highlighting the brightness of the LEDs here. They're plenty bright. Once again, not really spotlighting in the driver in front of me's faces by any means. Now you can see there's no traffic. Plenty bright. If I put on my high beams, it's plenty supplemental to the low beams already, so I'm liking it. I'm going to dive into some back roads now, and once again, throw in the dash cam video before I do so. Okay, Garmin, save video. Driving through some quieter back roads now, far less cars up this way, no street lights whatsoever. Really gives a test of the lights in a more enclosed wooded area, but with less people around, obviously. So far, they're adequately bright. Once again, supplemental with high beams. There is nothing left to be seen here because everything is just plain invisible, so I'm very happy with them, honestly, just on the low beams. I do have these headlights adjusted properly, so they won't blind anybody that's oncoming, and they are adjusted properly so the high beams highlight the correct area and the low beams hit the correct area. I'll once again throw in the dash cam footage. Okay, Garmin, save video. But yeah, even in areas with no supplemental light from oncoming cars or from street lights, they're nice and bright. I'm home now. You can see the bulbs in the fixtures just went out, but plenty bright. Very bright looking in the fixtures. Provides a good look to the car. Another night of testing / driving around is here upon us. You can see that I'm now on the highway. Giving it a highway test, the bulbs seem to be adequately bright as I'd expect them to be, and they have been so far. It really does highlight how smudged up my windshield is. I do need to go through the car wash again or get that cleaned off next time I fill up on gas or something. But outside of that, crystal clear, nice and bright. Spotlights the pavement nice and well below me, so no complaints there whatsoever. Yeah, I'll throw in the dash cam video once again. And if you're wondering why I'm throwing in the dash cam as a supplemental video to what I'm showing here with my other camera, it's because if you're driving at night and a deer runs out in front of you like I showed in the video from last night, or someone runs a red light or something, you want as much light as possible to be shown on that so that you can show that to the police, you can show that to whoever you need to, insurance, whatnot, so that you can prove your video there. I feel like showing a dash cam clip gives you a good insight as to how that light might look on your dash cam, so that's just kind of at least my train of thought there. But anyways, here's the dash cam footage. Okay, Garmin, save video. This is not going to be the last driving test with these bulbs, but it's going to be the last recorded driving test with these bulbs. I've showed highway, I've showed back roads, I've showed main roads without street lights, and now I've showed more city driving, so that's a little bit of each. You can see how well it's shining on the ground right here, of course, in city. You have more street lights and more other cars on the road than anything else, so it's not really big of a deal, but once again, still adequate, still more than bright enough. I'm happy with them. Here we go. On that note, though, this does conclude the recorded part of the test. I'll give a bit of feedback later on, kind of show a little bit more around, but as far as my talking goes while driving, that's it for now. Okay, Garmin, save video. Gonna give it a little bit of a try to something else as well. So, I'm here with Tyler. I'm in his Tacoma. He's driving right now. And Tyler, if I'm correct, you've never owned a vehicle that has LED headlights in it, correct?
I have never.
So, I figured a good way to test these bulbs as well would be to throw them into the Tacoma because they have the same bulb size as the Lexus. So, we're driving around right now. This is a little bit of a test as to what the traditional incandescents look like in there. So, you're getting a bit of a glimpse there. We're going to throw in the LEDs after we turn down, park, and throw them in and show you the difference there and get his first impressions as well. So I figured it would be a good way to give another metric on these. We are here with just the daytime running lights on. We just put in the LED lights. We're on a remote back road, as you can see. So here's time for the grand reveal. Turn them on and see how they look.
I'm excited. They're nice.
I'll flip on the high beams as well. There you go, look at that. So my camera can't even focus on that because they're ridiculously bright. But yeah, it's all LEDs up front now, minus the high beams, so it's a good look. I like it. Back on the road again. We're using just the low beams at this point. What do you think so far?
I like them a lot. They are much better than my original incandescent lights.
So yeah, I mean, both with the high beams and without them, they're plenty bright. Definitely noticeably brighter than before. I don't know how well the video shows it, but there's definitely an improvement. So, you think you're going to buy the high beams to go with it?
Yes.
There we go. At this point, all of the testing has now been concluded, which leaves me here with my general thoughts. What do I think? If you can't tell already, I like them. From a physical standpoint, I like the way the bulbs are constructed. The cable's a good length to plug into your wiring harness, the driver is easily able to be strapped onto any metal pieces in your car for heat dissipation, and the units themselves, the actual housing, feels like it's made of a solid metal construction and dissipates heat well. Performance-wise, I would say that these lights are exactly what I was hoping for. They were plenty bright. They were real quiet when in operation. I couldn't hear the hum of the fan at all, especially when they were going at full performance. And everything that I needed to see on the road, I could see. In highway situations, in city situations, and back roads. In my vehicle and another vehicle, they were bright. I mean, that's really all that you can ask for when it comes to LED lights like this. My headlights are adjusted properly and so are Tyler's, so nobody was blinded by the oncoming light. But for spotlighting down on the road, they were just as bright as you'd ever hope they would be. So, in terms of all performances, in terms of all situations, they performed well. Very well, actually. No complaints there at all. If you're in the market for lights, I would definitely recommend giving these a look. If they're not on your list already, they definitely should be, if not at the top. They're going to be what I buy from now on just because of how impressed I was with this. I decided to give some the newest shot, as I had been sticking with another brand before, and I'm more than happy with this brand, especially over the other brand. The lights also come with a warranty, which is nice, gives you more peace of mind that just in case something does happen to go wrong, you're good for 2 years. If you're interested, there is a link down in the bio, description, whatever you want to call it, that will help support the channel, and a code that will get you 15% off of your order. If you'd like to check that out, I'd appreciate it. Any and all support is greatly appreciated. On that note, that is all that I have for today. Thank you for checking out today's video, and go Auxito.